Today we discuss limitation of valence bond theory. In our previous video, we are learning about the what is covalent bond, what is the valence bond theory, in which we are discussing detail about the uh, Hitler and London theory and their extension of the valence bond theory, that is the Pauly-Shanks-Slater theory. In this, we are discussing how the uh, covalent bond is formed, and according to that, there postulates the valence bond theory. But this valence bond theory having the some limitations. Okay? In the some molecules in valence bond theory says that some postulates, and this is not observed in some molecules, and that is the limitations of the valence bond theory. So, what is the limitations of valence bond theory? The first limitation of valence bond theory is the theory only explains the formation of covalent bond, but fails to explain the formation of coordinate bond. We learn in the postulates of the first postulates of the valence bond theory is in that says that the covalent bond formed due to the overlapping of atomic orbital of same or different atomic orbitals, and that atomic orbitals should have single electrons, and these single electrons are share, means the covalent bond is equal when there is a equal sharing of electrons takes place. It is the covalent bond, means in the covalence bond theory, the detailed explanation of the covalent bond, but it is fails to explain the formation of the coordinate bond, where there is a sharing of electrons can be donated by the one of the bonded atom. Okay, so it means the valence bond theory only explains the covalent bond, and it is not explain about the other bonds. Okay. Next, the limitations of valence bond theory. This theory fails to explain the formation of molecules like BF3, PCl5, SF6, and where there is a octet is not maintained. And it is also does not explain the electron deficient molecules like H2, B2H6. In previous video, we are learning about the valence bond theory, in where there which says that the all the atoms and there is a combines, and there is a formation of molecules, and that molecules form because of the atom in the atoms they are equal sharing of electrons takes place, or gaining or losing of it. And why these atoms lost electron or gain or electron or sharing of electrons, because they want to they complete their octet, and due to the octet complete they stable. And it means that for their stability, we they give goes in the stable model, stable state, they try to they complete their octet by the accepting the electron or losing electron or sharing of electron. And due to the sharing of electrons, there is a formation of covalent bond, and when the covalent bond forms, the two atoms are comes closer, and there is a formation of molecules, and that molecule is stable. According to hence this limitation, what is the limitation of valence bond theory? That is theory it means that the every molecules every atoms wants to stable, and because of they wants to try to complete their octet, but in a inverse there are such molecules, many molecules, they does not maintain their octet, and still they are stable, like the BF3 molecules. In the valence shell there is a valence shell electron only 6 around the central boron atom. In the PCl5, phosphorus central atom carries the 10 electrons. I mean, it is more than octet. And SF6, it is the 12 electrons around a sulfur atom in a SF6 molecule. This is the 12. I mean, it is also the more than octet. Where on some molecules having the less than octet, and some molecules having the more than octet. Still, they are forming the bonds, and this is means that this is the limitation of valence bond. According to valence bond theory, there is a formation of bonds takes place because they wants to stable the atom. For example, BF3, we can take a BF3 molecules. Boron and fluorine are wants to they stable, and because of they form the bond and they becomes the BF3 molecules. But according to valence bond theory, they does not follow the octet, or it does not complete, or still they stable. This is the limitations of valence bond theory. according to third limitations, according to valence bond theory, two electrons are required for the formation of the bond, but the number of molecules are known with a single electrons bond like the H2 positive ion, and the three electrons bond like the NO, where the no pairing of electrons occur. So, means that according to valence bond theory, we in the valence bond theory postulates of the valence bond theory, we know that the covalent bond due to the formation covalent bond is formed due to the overlapping of atomic orbitals and of the same or different atoms, and that atomic orbitals having the single electrons and they are comparable energies. It means that two single electrons and they are sharing, and there is a formation of bond. It means that in the bond there is a presence of two electrons, one electron from one atom and another electron from the another atom. It means that the bond formation requires two electrons according to valence bond theory. But in a universe there are some molecule stables or ion stables which having the single electrons in a bond or and three electrons also. So this is the limitations of the valence bond theory. Fourth limitation, this theory fails to explain the paramagnetic nature of the oxygen molecule. By using the postulates of the valence bond theory, and we can form the oxygen molecule. Okay, two oxygen atoms are combined and gives the H2 molecule, and in which that the formation the unpaired electrons on the one oxygen atom and one electron on the one oxygen atom, they can form the bond by equal sharing, means they are paired, and because of the pair, that it means that they show the diamagnetic nature according to valence bond theory. But in actual, this is the oxygen molecule is a paramagnetic in nature, and that cannot be explained by the valence bond theory. Next limitation, it fails to explain the presence of partial ionic nature of the covalent bond. It partial ionic nature of the covalent bond. Ionic nature, when it is introduced, ionic nature when the two bonded atoms have the different electronegativity. See? And those in which the two bonded atom, one atom is more electronegative as compared to other, those that those molecules having the more electronegativity that acquires partial negative charge, and those atom having the less electronegativity that carry the that form the partial positive charge, and this is called as the ionic nature of that bond, and this is the covalent bond. We study about the valence bond theory, so it is nothing about the covalent bond. That covalent bond, suppose the molecule is heteroatomic molecules, okay? Heterodiatomic molecules or heterotriatomic molecules, there is a two atoms are different, it means then two atoms having the two different atomic electronegative, means there is a partial ionic characteristic, and according to in the valence bond theory there is a no that provision about the partial ionic nature, hence the it fails to explain the presence of partial ionic nature of the covalent bond according to postulates of the valence bond theory. Okay, and last limitation is it fails to explain the bond order and bond polarity of the CO molecules. CO molecules, so, when form their bond order, it is the three, but according to valence bond theory, we form the CO molecules with the help of hybridization, or in other way by considering the postulates of the valence bond theory, it shows the two, means this theory fails to explain the bond order and bond polarity of the CO molecules, and these are all limitations can be covered by the molecular orbital theory. Hence, all the limitations explained and overcome by the molecular. Hence, this molecular orbital theory introduced for overcoming these limitations of the valence bond. This is about the limitations.